Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video series today we would be focusing on that how we could modify this Amazon login page to this. So first of all, our major challenge is of the background. Okay, so now if you go on the page properties, that is the settings that you click over here, down here you could see is the page variation that we created as our Amazon login page. Okay, and this is the layout, that is the content layout. Okay, so Salesforce provides us a very great functionality of the point and click rules. So if we override the default theme, and what is the default theme is the login theme, login page theme. See down here. So if we what we do is, if we override this theme in here, like see for example, if we see the default one, so this is your the default theme, and now drag and drop your component, that is the login component, that I gave a different name, over to the page. Okay, so it is being dropped in here. And what we did was, in the previous video we understood that how we could design these things, but for you all, what I would be doing is, we would be converting this from the scratch. Okay, so I would be just working with my templates is an empty template. I hope that this much size should be visible by you all. So I would be creating a first, let us see that how we could visualize this. So basically all this thing resides inside a box, and the sign in email and other things. So what we would be doing is, we would be working in the same way, and we would be defining some custom CSS as well. So I would be doing div.box, and in here I would be writing the entire code. Okay, so now since as we understood in our previous video, we understood that the main idea behind your grids, and uh, the this in this way we would be continuing further from our previous code. But for your understanding, I am typing the entire code again, so that you should not get confused. So that is why. So SLDS grid vertical means that the entire alignment would from horizontal would be shifted to vertical part. Okay, and in here what we would be doing is, we would be defining some columns, div.slds column, and we would be having a p tag, that is a sign in, and we would be giving, let us say, in our css file, let me create one css file. Font size, so the uh, font size custom, so I would be doing this as font size would be 2rem, and in this I would be giving this a class as font size custom. Okay, so our sign in has been created. Now what we would be doing is, we would be creating the input types. So input types, and in here what we could do is the uh, logo slash branding, we could segregate like this. Okay, and in the input types as well, I would be creating a column, and in this column what we would be placing is the lightning input, the LWC input, and the input type is text, name is name, label is the user name or the username, and placeholder would be enter username. So this would be the input type, and what we would be doing is, on change we would be calling our JS file, that is the handle email. So in here handle email and or handle username, the better name should be handle username. So I'm going back, modifying this as a bit, and that is done. And now we would be simply again doing for the password. So div.slds column and LWC input, the second one, input type would be password, and this would be entire as a password. Enter password. Okay, so this would be our password, and for on change we would be having our property that we created in the handle password change JavaScript file, and and what we are missing is the value should be email and the value should be password. So the value, the parameter from which it would pick up, that is the email and password that we are specifying in the value. So if you are not clear, you could watch my previous videos as well for the LWC series, so that you could get a clear picture that what we are trying to do in this one. Okay, so now in here our input types are created. Now we would be creating a login button. So see, these comments help us to see that what are the essential things and what needs to be focused on. So see, from here anyone could see that this is the okay, the logo section, these are your input types. Oh great, and now here comes the login button. Okay, so this would be a custom button. So first of all, div.slds column, and in this slds column I would be doing as div.button, and in here I would be doing login, and I would be on click handle login, I think so. Yeah, so going in here, pasting the handle login function, and in my CSS file, that is the main thing in here, I have to define the CSS. So first for the box that I created, so the border would be 2 pixel solid, hashtag this color, the lightish gray color, as we could see in here. Let us see what we could make out from here. And my the width would be 88%, and my margin would be 0 and auto, so that it is aligned to the center, and the padding entire would be 20 pixels. And what we could say is the margin top, let us say not do for this, but yeah, we should have a box shadow as well for this, so that would be 5 pixels and 10 pixels, and custom color, uh, so this would be our padding and the box shadow. There comes after the button, so the padding, that is the 10 pixels, and the text align should be always to the center. Background color, so this is a lightish orange or yellow mix color, so let me give some random color, F185. So I think this is the color for, yeah, this is the color for this type. So and the color should be black, and font weight should be bold. I guess it is bold in here. Okay, no issues. Let us see what we could do in here. So this is it, and what happens if I hover over this? So see, it applies some hover effects as well. So what we would be doing is hover, and background color should be a little bit darker version, this one. So what it could be is, okay, so this would be the little darker version, and my cursor should be the pointer. I hope these all things come in sync with each other, and let us see what could be the expected output. So let us see in our JavaScript that what we have done for handle login, email, and oh sorry, for the password we haven't set any value. So this dot password, and okay, so we are good to go with this. Again, deploying my source to org. So our source is deployed successfully to my org, and in my experience builder site, let me refresh this page. Oh great guys, so we have tried to achieve this functionality in here. So if we preview this out, so this is looking quite similar as we could make out from here. But this, see, in the login button, what could be done is the margin top, that is okay, the CSS part in the button, the margin top should be 1 rem, so that it is to some distance with my password. So refreshing again, and let us see that what we have created it. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. Don't care about this, the header one. We would be removing this in a couple of minutes. Okay, so now we have created our class. Let me inspect this, like whether we are getting the data or not. So removing all this. Actually, this is working in the site preview, so test, and the password should also be test. Okay. Actually, I need to refresh the page so that it displays me the exact console. Uh, so by default is the home page, and going to the login. So as set by our page variation and the default overrides, we could get this page. So yeah, there it is, and in my preview pane, username would be test and password would be test. So see, inside login email value is test and the password is also test. Okay, so our this thing is working guys. So this is your JS part, like what you would be doing in here. But now the question is, since we designed this UI part first, whether we did this correct or not guys, tell me down in the comment section, because this way you will understand that how to think over problems. I know the experienced person, the answer for the experienced persons, but I want a generic answer from you all, that what you think, that was our opinion right, and that we should go with the UI part first, or we should be building over our Apex logic first. Okay, so with this we would be meeting in the next video then guys.